over the last week, I don't know why they put both of these on the same week, but we had the UKTC LGT. So the UKTC is the big tournament circuit for the UK.
Yep.
And the LGT is the London Grand Tournament, which is the biggest tournament. There was 1,087 players in attendance, which is insane.
Yeah, that. Do you think many people did both?
I can't imagine so.
Because that's another thing. Like, that's almost a different number. That's
and then so that was last weekend. This weekend then was the LVO, which is the Las Vegas Open, which is kind of like, it's almost like Warhammer World Championships.
Yeah.
So UKTC is independent, has its own terrain layouts. LVO uses the Warhammer suggested ones, run by Frontline Gaming. Also very, very big. I think it used to be the biggest in the world, but I think about 800 attended this one, somewhere like that, that sort of region. Still insane.
Oh, yeah.
So you're looking at, close to 2,000 players over two tournaments. Just mind-blowing numbers.
Yeah, I mean, how many Middle-earth tournaments does it take to get up to 2,000?
Yeah, you can look at the biggest Middle-earth tournaments in the world. You may be looking at 100 and something players.
Yeah.
So, why?
I mean, you got flagship game versus forgotten game.
Yes, but is there something more to it than that? Is that for a reason? Has something gone wrong maybe in the community? Have we not treated it as competitive as people treat 40K? Is it not supported as a competition type game as much as 40K is? Or is it just the system doesn't lend itself to that?
I think the system does lend itself, but I do also think that money comes into it a lot. We've talked about it before. Warhammer make more off 40K than they will off Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah.
Because they got to buy a license for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think for them, it's the thing of, if we can push this more, it's better. And I think that's kind of what they did. And it's paid off now, which wasn't always the case. So I just don't think there's the support to push it in that way.
There's bound to be certain things that aren't overly expensive for them to do that help support. Like, because what do they do to support competitive MESBG right now? Well, they put on a handful of tournaments at Warhammer World a year?
There's nothing really.
No. And you look at, so as a Warhammer store, we're technically like an official Warhammer store.
Yeah.
We get access to tournament kits.
Yes.
So they'll send us a tournament kit for 40K, which is really cool. It's like entry prizes for everyone, like measuring sticks and stickers and posters and dice or objective markers, things like that. Really good. And then a really nice trophy.
Yes.
They're normally like glass ones. This year's one was metal. It was really nice. They also do those for Kill Team, for Age of Sigmar, for Underworld.
Yep.
There was another one as well.
Old World?
Probably. But yeah, some of their lesser played games. Nothing like that for Middle-earth.
No.
So does that, like surely there's not that many more people that play Underworld than Middle-earth.
I feel like it's got to be less.
Yeah.
Or at least there's definitely not in this area.
Yeah, I've never ever seen anyone play it. So.
No, I haven't even had people ask about the stock or the play or any side of it. So it really is just the unloved child.
Yeah. So basically they're doing nothing to support competitive play.
No.
Other than a handful of tournaments a year.
But on the counter to that, is it because you got the GBHL?
Yeah.
Which does so much.
Yeah.
So have they turned around and gone, well, we wouldn't be doing more than that. And they're doing it for us.
True.
So by the fact the fans...
But they don't do that with the UKTC. And the WTC.
I suppose, yeah.
But they kind of do. They kind of do in a way because like Frontline Gaming, WTC, UKTC, ITC, whatever, they're all more considered official tournaments than anything GW. Like GW does put on its own 40K events and it does support competitive 40K with the tournament kits and stuff. And obviously things like mission packs, that is supporting competitive play.
Yeah.
So they do a lot, but they also just kind of go, yeah, well, all these guys are doing it for us. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I suppose mission packs would be the same as having the match play guide.
Yeah.
In essence.
Yeah.
So they've done the same on that. Okay, yeah, they don't give out trophies. But then I suppose you have also got to think in the sense that 40K get weekly releases. It's very rare there's a week where there's not something new to pre-order.
Yeah.
I know it's different armies, blah, 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 but it's very rare there's not a 40K release every single week.
But, and this is spiraling, but I think maybe if there was more Middle-earth tournament support, then more people would stay engaged,
Yeah.
meaning that they would get better sales on regular releases.
Yeah.
Because there's no
But then
way.
is it just like chasing your own tail where more releases give better sales because there's more to buy, there's more to get involved with, more things to try out, which would mean there's more things to compete with.
Yeah.
Is it like just do one of them and they should both get better?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But the sad thing about that is they probably won't do either because 40K does so well. It's a case of we don't need to.
Yeah.
So why would we? And I think that's the unfortunate reality of the situation.
It's strange though, isn't it? Because you think hire like ahead of Middle Earth. Because they've got a department, isn't it, where they basically have like Middle Earth, is it Underworld? And there's a couple of the smaller games that kind of all get run in one small department or something like that, isn't it?
I think
so.
So
If you just went, is a person for Middle Earth, a person for this, and just go,
I think they do have like heads.
yeah.
Like what's the oh man, the dude that does the rules writing for J something. It's terrible of me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But is that? Yeah. I feel like they're not focused on.
Yeah.
They've always it's just covered this area, not this one game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if they've got specific teams. I can't.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's information I've heard off something else that I've just stuck in my head. But yeah, I feel like if you just had one person going, okay, let's just focus on this, and that's your job. Realistically, one person probably is enough.
Yeah.
Just to go plan out everything. But didn't you say to me that they've planned the next 5 years?
Yeah. So I heard that off someone that used to work for GW, the place here. He said that they are always 5 years ahead. So things that are coming out now were basically planned during COVID, which is crazy.
But I wonder if that's the case for all of the games, or if it's just...
It can't be. Because I don't think War of the Rohirrim was a particularly long thought out project.
No, they rushed it for sure.
Yeah. And I think that movie sort of like was announced, went into pre-production, all within the last 5 years, surely.
Potentially. I'm trying to think when they first announced.
But what I'm saying is I can't imagine when they secretly, you know, the behind the scenes meetings at New Line and stuff about this animated movie.
Yeah.
I can't imagine before they announced it, one of their first priorities was, oh, we better go to Games Workshop and see if they want to license it. That wouldn't even come into their head. They would have announced it. And Games Workshop probably would have approached them and said, oh, are we doing a thing on this? Or
yeah, that's true.
So I can't imagine they were 5 years ahead on that.
Yeah, which means if they were 5 years ahead on the other side, did they actually have any plans before that came that have been shelved and pushed back?
True. That's a good point. What would have happened if War of the Rohirrim never came out?
Would we be in a better position? Would they have done a new edition, I wonder? Or would they have just left it?
Food for thought. Food for thought. Topic for another episode, I think. Speaking of a new edition.
Yeah.
So
we're getting a new edition?
No, any more to add on that with the competitive side? I think one cool thing they could do, which Warhammer 40K probably has done very well, is the app.
Yeah. This was talked about in our Lost episode. As well as other things that have been covered by other channels and stuff now, which is just always frustrating.
Yeah.
But we did talk about it, and may as well retouch on it now, is, does Middle-earth need an app? Does it need its own 40K type app? Like, we got, like, List Builder and Tabletop Admiral and stuff where you can do a lot of the things, but it doesn't have its own specific Games Workshop app.
No, it's very true. I do want to shout out MESBG List Builder right now, though, because that site has become so good, and it does keep getting updated and upgraded, and always for the better. I don't know the name of the people or the person that run it, so I apologize for that. But yeah, really, really like supported site that. I'm very much a big fan of it. It's the only one I use. Tabletop Admiral's cool as well. I massively prefer List Builder. So shout out, if you play Middle Earth, you should definitely be using that website. Yeah,
there was a point when I was like kind of torn between the two of them.
Yeah.
And then because there's a couple of things Tabletop Admiral did that List Builder didn't, but then List Builder's really like upped its game in the past few months, and it's the only one now.
Yeah, I've also like made it an app on my phone, which is really useful.
Yeah, as you said, I did as well.
Yeah, so I think an official one could be cool. I mean, while List Builder is great and it does kind of fill that, it's not an official app. So it's the ease of using a custom-made or purpose-built app that we're lacking. It's a great website and it's a great tool. It does everything you need.
Yeah.
But I think an official one could be great as well.
Yeah, it's almost one of those things where they look at, and like Games Workshop like to buy things that almost try to compete with them.
Yeah.
So if they just officially licensed one of these things and just gave it a bit extra, gave it the support,
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'd feel like that it's kind of a win-win.
Yeah, very true.
But yeah, I do think that would help competitively as well. Just having almost something that is like it's linked on the box of the stuff you buy. Have gone, well, use this to build your lists, and then find competitions and so and so with it. And yeah, I don't think it would do any harm.
Do you think, for competitive reasons, Middle Earth would benefit from having a turn limit?
Oh,
because the issue I find, and it's what gets me a bit like, at some tournaments and stuff, is when your criteria for ending the game is, it's got to 25%. You could be playing a horde army, and you've hit massive lines of battles, and you go in 1-on-1. Okay, I shielded 1-on-1. No, okay. And then you go like 10 turns and barely anything dies.
Yeah.
And it's just a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's not the case in every game, but it does get a bit stagnant when that happens. Would that benefit from going, every game ends after 10 turns?
I mean, it's obviously helped 40k being a thing where is a finite amount.
Because I think if you had something like that, it also means you could have apps like Tabletop Battles, where you go through each turn and you can score turn by turn. You can't really score turn by turn when the game could potentially have 100 turns.
Yeah. Oh, that's a very good point.
And also, I hate when people play the game to try and prevent or get to 25% on purpose. So they're like, they know they're holding objectives.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I'm not going to shield anything here and hope he kills me.
Yeah.
I don't like that sort of play. I think it's silly.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I say it's unrealistic. It's a fantasy tabletop game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is war-wise unrealistic to go, I need to sacrifice these people just so I can win this objective.
Yeah, it's really dumb. Whereas if you just went, it ends after 10 turns and or whatever number, and your whole goal is to keep your numbers alive because you want numbers everywhere. There's never a benefit to losing soldiers.
No.
It's just, I personally think that might be the biggest thing. We've talked before about whether it needs to be secondary missions or different objectives for each player, that sort of thing. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think a turn limit would make a massive difference. And you could do turn by turn scoring then.
Yeah, well, it definitely changed the way people played. If you went, well, I can't just hold here for unlimited turns until basically it's almost like a who gets bored first and needs to do something stupid.
Yeah.
You can get those games.
And so many games in tournaments go to the time limit and have dice down because people are trying to
and then
lengthen out their turns.
And quite often they then get annoyed if dice down is done at a certain point. And you're like, you've had 2 hours for this.
Yeah.
And you wait till the last 10 minutes to make a move. It's just it's the same result if you've done this an hour ago or not.
Yeah.
It just
Oh, we've had major complaints at some of our tournaments. Not major ones, but people getting really pissy with us. Like, well, I can't finish my turn. Like, it's a 5-minute dice down rule.
Yeah.
At the end of the 5 minutes, you put your dice down and that is your score.
And it's in the pack that was released weeks and months before the event. So it's not on the day of going, we're changing this now. It's
And some people play so slowly that if you say, all right, in 5 minutes, guys, you've got to finish your turn, we could be waiting another half hour and then the whole day. Like, it's got to be dice down. Like, we're off topic again.
We are.
But yeah, that's my 2 cents on this.
Yeah. I think like chess clocks in some form, whether it's for the whole, sorry, we're kind of going back and forth a little bit, but say in 40k, I feel like almost each turn should have a time limit, not just the whole battle. Yeah. So everyone's turn is a maximum amount of time.
Yeah.
Because it can be a bit, Do you know what I mean?
But then again, it's difficult to do it that way because turn 5 almost needs a smaller time limit to turn 1. Because if you're playing guard and you've got 150 models on the table, you need longer on your first turn than you will on your 5th when you've got probably 30% of that.
That's true. I wonder if that ever comes to account of just like, well, if I take ages early on, then we can math hammer it later, and those math hammers always work out nicely.
Yeah, especially if you've got tons of models still alive because you've taken so long moving them.
Yeah.
That's the reason you play a horde army.
Yeah, just to annoy everyone into victory.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway,